You're watching Sunday Sound Off with Frank Foles.
Evening, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Sound Off. We're going to have some fun tonight. Let's introduce tonight's panel. We're going to get right to it. Soren Petro, Sports Radio 810 WHB. Program from 10 to 2 every day. Soren, how are we doing?
I'm doing well, Frank. Fresh off carving some pumpkins. Let me just tell you, if you get the option, don't go for the R2-D2 carving. It's too much work.
Okay. TJ Carpenter doesn't have that issue from Sports Night on 810. How you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm already in the holiday spirit. If anybody's been checking my Facebook or Twitter, they already know. I've got my costume ready to go.
Yeah, I saw the costume, and no, you weren't allowed to wear it tonight, okay? Mark Bo Richter, of course, Sports Radio 810, football analyst. How are you, Mark?
I'm good, Frank. Happy Halloween to you.
Happy Halloween to you, a day early. We'll get to that. Gentlemen, here are our hot topics of the evening. Are you confident Dee Ford has turned a corner in his career? Number two, do you think the Chiefs' defense is Super Bowl caliber or getting there? And does the NFL really care about concussions? But first, before we get to the question of the week, Alex Smith gets knocked out of the game not once but twice today, and Nick Foles came in and played very well. Our Gary Lezak got in the middle of a Twitter war when he suggested that maybe Nick Foles should be the starting quarterback, and it was none other than Elizabeth Smith, Alex's wife, who chimed in to protect her man. So we go right to the question of the week. Do the Chiefs have a quarterback controversy? This is going to be fun. Soren?
We've got some kind of controversy, I'll tell you that. Liz versus Lezak. The brawl to settle it all. The war at the shore. No truth to the reports that there was somebody beating on the door here at 41 when we got started. At least not that I can prove. Not that I can prove. Yeah, absolutely. And if you didn't think there was one, you sure as hell know there is one when the quarterback's wife starts firing out at the weatherman. This is ridiculous. And I think it shows the insecurity that she has. They've been through this, they being her and Alex Smith in San Francisco. And I'm sure it's not an easy situation to be in. Number one, you're worried about your husband's health with Alex Smith out there on the field. But also I think it shows the fact that there's a fear about his job. This is what happened in San Francisco. He got hurt. Colin Kaepernick came in, played well, and he took over the job. You just can't do this. Like I said, it's a tough spot to watch Alex Smith down on the field. But you got to be smarter than that if you're the wife of the quarterback. And I think she absolutely makes it a quarterback controversy. Was it one? Yeah, it was going to be a topic. Absolutely. It was on my notebook already to talk about tomorrow. You can't help it. We got our first look at Nick Foles in a regular season game. So absolutely we're looking at it. But it becomes a controversy when she just throws gasoline on what was a small, maybe cinder. Oh, my God, what was she thinking?
TJ?
This is one of those moments where you know what you're supposed to say. You're supposed to say, Alex Smith's the guy. You know, he's our quarterback as a fan. But at the very least, you have to admit, the very first thing that goes into your head is, I kind of hope Nick Foles is better. And I think that kind of tells you everything that you need to know about Alex Smith and the situation that he's been in. He's a fine quarterback. He gets the job done. But you're waiting for somebody who's a dynamic playmaker, somebody who can really win you games, go out and win them for you. Nick Foles showed a little bit of that today. I think at the very least, people are wondering what he's going to do next if he gets another opportunity, maybe perhaps to start a game. And yes, you know, the wife of Alex Smith, Liz Smith, she's going to be concerned about her husband, as any wife should be. But I agree with Soren that there is a little bit of insecurity there for sure. I hope we don't get to miss out on some sort of capitalistic opportunity here, some sort of like minor league baseball boxing match, like Jose Canseco versus the third baseman. We could have Lezak and Liz Smith before, you know, out in the parking lot at Arrowhead before the game.
Bo, save me somehow, some way. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, there's nowhere to go with that one, by the way. Nowhere to go.
I'm not going there. Go ahead, Mark.
Yeah, I don't really know where to go from this point other than the fact that you see this right now. This is the knee-jerk reaction of everybody in Kansas City. Right now, in regards to the quarterback controversy, this is still Alex Smith's team as long as he's healthy. Let's be real about it. But at the end of the year is when that possibility and this truly could become an issue, because Alex Smith becomes a lot cheaper to cut after the 2016 season here. And it's pretty much a wash in terms of the numbers to cut Alex Smith and keep Nick Foles. So it's really between either of those two guys moving forward here. But it's still Alex Smith's team as long as he's healthy. The biggest issue, I think, with the whole Twitter war today is his wife's worried about his health, and Seren hit on it. They went through this already in San Francisco, and we've seen it happen, and everybody's seen it happen in the NFL. You never want a guy to come in and play better than you, and Nick Foles did that today. Now, you can factor in that Alex Smith was concussed twice today at the whole piece, which I know we'll get into a little bit later. But, at the end of the day, this is still Alex Smith's team, and I don't see necessarily a controversy starting. We'll see what happens here in a couple weeks. So, and by the way, all Lizak has to do to bury this Twitter war is just send them a couple books of It's a Sunny Life and everything is fine.
Hey, do keep in mind, though, on that tweet, he was talking about whether or not it was just a football reaction, about whether or not Alex Smith could make that throw.
Right.
When she reacted, we're talking about his health, and we understand that that's a serious situation. But her reaction was to his tweet about a real football question.
Right.
And he and every other fan have a right to ask that question, and it's ridiculous.
Weather's going to turn cooler, Mark, and she'll probably use those books as kindling. So we'll just have to go from here. Next, our hot topics. You're watching Sunday Sound Off.